So last night we talked about the beauty that unfolds in the readiness of offering up personal will into thy will. I'd like to speak a little bit more about that, about how it actually plays. What is called personal volition, will, is actually the facade that drives all of the suffering. And based on the content in which this is all built around, the giving that up is the greatest fear. And the greatest vulnerability that would be possible. But it is so completely contrary to what has been conditioned. Just to imagine the feeling of releasing involvement with all choice, releasing the sense of burden with all choice, being free to fall into the feeling of who you are, of what is untouched, the feeling of I, this feeling of pure love, and everything peripheral is no longer anyone's responsibility. It is all offered. And in the offering, something already knows, even though it cannot be known by conditioned mind, something already knows that when this occurs, it is carried. It is not chaos, it is carried. The shift of the life transforms from someone with intermittent openings, with a general theme of efforting towards something it is after, to the feeling of being in the womb, in the belly of the Divine Mother. And the fluid in the womb is pure nurturance. It is pure love. What involvement does the fetus have with the mother's choices? It is bathed in the womb of eternal love, in the feeling of I. It is free to fall into it. And all of the appearance of choosing that seems so necessary is just handed over. You know, a very interesting thing happens when this occurs. It is not only that the burden of the appearance of choice is freed, but the burden of identification with this body is also freed. There is the falling into from where this dream originally sprang. And then it is thy will, unencumbered, God's dream, no longer the dream of karma. There is the experience foremost in this, a process. The initial pieces in this process, these intermittent tastes of such beauty, and then the arising of conditioned desire. And each time it comes up, there is the opportunity, instead of following the trap, offering it up as thy will and falling back into the feeling of I. Fear also will arise. Fear and desire, the two forces that drive thought. But it is the same. It appears, and then it is offering it up and falling back into the feeling of I, falling back into the womb of pure light. And the miracle is, in the readiness of this, everything gets taken care of so much more beautifully, directly, cleanly than ever before. Free of the burden of someone. The nature of this dream is that it will offer the conditioned mind all of its latent fears and desires. And each time it is offered back, the nectar reveals itself in a more and more alive way. And the illusion of something actually happening out there is revealed more and more vividly. Bodily issues, worldly issues cease to be yours. It is not that they stop appearing, but they are no longer yours. It has all been offered back to the source, that knows exactly what to do. This is the byproduct of the mind's terror, giving up my will.